cars are more than machines, they're emotions on wheels. Every launch, every commercial, every unveiling stirs excitement, curiosity, and sometimes unrealistic expectations. Automakers promise revolution, innovation, and perfection. But beneath the glimmering lights and scripted applause, some cars fail to live up to their hype. These vehicles promise greatness, advanced technology, superior comfort, thrilling performance. But what they actually delivered was a cocktail of frustration, compromise, and unfulfilled dreams. This list isn't about terrible cars. It's about disappointing cars, the ones that had the world's attention but didn't quite meet their own potential. So buckle up, because we're diving deep into the top 7 most disappointing cars. Machines that looked like legends in the making but became cautionary tales for car lovers everywhere. 1. Tesla Model Y, the overpromised electric dream. Few cars have arrived with as much anticipation as the Tesla Model Y. It wasn't just a car. It was a cultural statement, a glimpse into the electric future. The hype was everywhere. Futuristic design, cutting-edge software, self-driving capabilities, and class-leading range. But when the excitement faded and real ownership began, cracks started to show, literally and metaphorically. Early owners reported inconsistent build quality, uneven panel gaps, squeaky trim, and rattling doors in a brand-new $60,000 SUV. The ride, while firm and responsive, struggled with refinement, especially on rough roads. The much-hyped autopilot system felt half-baked, oscillating between impressive and unnerving depending on the day. Then came the software updates, each one promising improvement but often introducing new bugs. Something as simple as the windshield wipers could misbehave because of a software glitch. 2. Toyota Supra A90. The style over substance coupe. When Toyota announced the return of the Supra, the automotive world lost its mind. Fans of the legendary 1990s Supra expected fire-breathing power, a thrilling manual gearbox, and the kind of raw personality that made the 4 Malawian Quatches Supra a cultural icon. What they got instead was, well, a BMW. Co-developed with BMW and sharing most of its DNA with the Z4, the A90 Supra quickly became controversial. The styling was stunning, low, aggressive, and athletic, but the soul felt synthetic. The engine, a BMW inline-6, was smooth and strong, yet lacked the untamed charisma of the Supra's heritage. The exhaust note tried to sound exciting but never quite nailed that visceral punch. Inside, BMW's fingerprints were everywhere, from the infotainment system to the steering wheel layout. The result was a car that looked Japanese but felt European in every other way. For some, that mix worked. For purists, it felt like a betrayal. The cabin, though stylish, was cramped, and rear visibility was poor. The car's stiff suspension, while great on track, punished on daily commutes. 3. Range Rover Velar, the comfort that forgot reliability. The Range Rover Velar was supposed to be the epitome of modern luxury, sleek, elegant, and refined. It promised the magic of Range Rover comfort wrapped in futuristic minimalism. And at first glance, it delivered. The interior felt like a high-end lounge. The dual touchscreen interface looked like art, and the drive was whisper quiet. But then ownership began. Underneath its stylish skin lurked an unsettling truth. The Velar's reliability record was abysmal. Owners quickly discovered software glitches, sensor malfunctions, and random electronic failures. Infotainment screens froze mid-drive, rear-view cameras stopped working, and the vehicle's countless tech systems often disagreed with each other. For a luxury SUV designed to be effortless, it demanded a surprising amount of patience. Mechanical reliability wasn't much better. Reports of engine stalling, air suspension leaks, and premature wear became common threads in owner forums. Trips to the dealership turned into a regular part of ownership, and each time, drivers left with a mix of admiration and frustration. The car was undeniably beautiful. 4. Mercedes-Benz EQS, the tech-filled headache. When Mercedes-Benz launched the EQS, it was hailed as the electric revolution of luxury. the EV that would redefine comfort and innovation. The hyperscreen dashboard stretched across the cabin like a futuristic control panel, and the car's design oozed sophistication. But in chasing digital perfection, Mercedes forgot the importance of tactile simplicity. Everything inside the EQS, from climate control to seat adjustments, ran through touchscreen menus or voice commands. It was futuristic, yes, but frustrating in daily life. Want to change the temperature quickly? Swipe. Want to adjust your seat? Tap through multiple screens. Even the voice assistant often misinterpreted commands, leading to a bizarre tug-of-war between driver and machine. Then came the sensory overload. Ambient lights pulsing, haptic feedback buzzing, and constant notifications flashing on the display. Instead of feeling serene, the EQS felt like a tech demo gone overboard. While the driving experience was smooth and quiet, it lacked the emotional connection that made traditional Mercedes flagships so special. 5. Nissan Kicks, the budget car that cut corners. The Nissan Kicks entered the market with big promises: affordable pricing, good fuel economy, and youthful style. It targeted first-time buyers and urban commuters who wanted practicality without breaking the bank. And for the first few miles, it seemed to deliver just that. But soon, reality set in. The Kicks may have been budget-friendly, but it was built with cost-cutting in plain sight. The cabin materials felt cheap and hollow. Every plastic panel seemed eager to rattle. The seats offered minimal support, and long drives left passengers fatigued. On the road, the tiny engine struggled to keep up with traffic, and highway merging felt like a test of patience. Worse yet, road noise flooded the cabin to the point where conversation required raised voices. Even basic features like sound insulation and sturdy build quality seemed optional. Over time, components wore out faster than expected, from fading paint to flimsy door handles. 6. BMW 7 Series G11/G12, the flagship that underwhelmed. The BMW 7 Series has always stood for prestige, luxury, and performance. It was supposed to be the ultimate executive sedan, a statement of power and refinement. But the G11/G12 generation proved that even giants can stumble. From the outside, the massive kidney grills sparked controversy. Bold for some, garish for others. Inside, the craftsmanship was top-notch, filled with tech and comfort features. Yet, when you pressed the accelerator, the magic faded. The steering was numb, the ride felt detached, and the once dynamic BMW personality had been replaced by a floaty, uninspired feel. Owners expecting the classic ultimate driving machine experience were left confused. The 7 Series had become more of a mobile boardroom than a driver's car. Even worse, the abundance of driver assist tech sometimes interfered with the experience rather than enhancing it. It was luxurious, yes, but it didn't feel like a BMW. 7. Volkswagen Golf GTI Mk8, the hot hatch that lost its spark. Few cars have a fanbase as loyal as the Volkswagen Golf GTI. For decades, it was the benchmark hot hatch, playful, practical, and packed with personality. So when the Mk8 GTI arrived, expectations were sky-high. Unfortunately, this generation forgot what made the GTI special. The new design looked aggressive, but the cabin introduced touch-sensitive buttons and sliders that replaced physical controls, and they were infuriating to use. Adjusting volume or climate while driving felt like an unnecessary challenge. And that's for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Got thoughts, questions, or video ideas? Drop them down in the comments. I read every single one,